possibly surprising alliance out of the war in Ukraine may be South Africa. At least that's the case for one viewer who asked a question about it in customer support this week.
Rick Olseen from Harris, Minnesota asks a timely question. After I heard that South Africa is participating with Russia and China in military exercises, I asked a friend from South Africa, what's up with that? He said South Africa isn't allied with the U.S. and is part of BRICS, which stands for Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. They are looking at expanding, including Argentina and other countries. I thought, no wonder China wants to buy grain from Brazil, and the world is lining up with the U.S. and our allies, or BRICS. What are your thoughts on this? This is a great question. I remember the first time I saw the term BRIC, singular, in 2001. It was an acronym coined by a Goldman Sachs analyst to lump emerging economies together for investment purposes. South Africa was added in 2010. The term kind of caught on and actually became a thing. While they are often compared to NATO, they are vastly different. NATO is primarily a military alliance. BRICS is a loose economic coalition, at least until recently. Nor is the rest of the world being divided into two camps. Today, BRICS has a headquarters for administration and summit meetings, a bank for development loans, and some joint infrastructure projects. It may be evolving into something more, but political instability within and between members slows cooperation. India and China struggle to find common ground, for one example. Most importantly, other than China, they really are emerging economies. Their combined GDP slightly larger than the U.S. South Africa is unique. Their economy is the smallest, and their nation has been in political and cultural confusion since the end of apartheid in 1993. The ruling party, the African National Congress, or ANC, is plagued by corruption and incompetence. The end of colonization by the Dutch and British left a 90% non-white majority inexperienced with democracy and capitalism. The ANC receives considerable support from the Soviet Union during their struggle for political power, which explains some of the linkage to Russia at least. While I do not dismiss the potential for BRICS, it takes more than a decade of meetings and loans to make such an organization credible and effective. BRICS also lacks a clear purpose. Its impact on agricultural commerce is, I think, minimal. Brazil sells to China for the same reasons we do. The deal is right. Sales made for political reasons are just invitations for international traders to reroute ships and take arbitrage profits.
Thanks, John. Well, what happens when you combine 100-mile-per-hour winds with severe drought? You won't believe some of the pictures and videos coming out of the plains this week. We'll show you those next.